Namaskar and welcome back to the lecture series on food fortification with special emphasis on fortified rice. In the previous lecture, we have learnt about micronutrient malnutrition, the hidden hunger, economic impact of micronutrient malnutrition, global nutrition targets, nutritional gaps, and various strategies to address the nutritional gap. We have also learned what it means by food fortification, why to go for food fortification, and what are the various health as well as economic and social benefits of food fortification, history, and scope of food fortification including rice. Why rice has been considered as one of the most suitable vehicles for food fortification, as well as vision and mission of rice fortification in India. In this lecture, we will learn about various techniques of rice fortification, manufacturing of fortified rice kernel, that is, FRK, as well as standards of FRK and fortified rice. So, let's begin. The various techniques of rice fortification is very important for its successful outcome. We all know that rice is a culturally sensitive commodity. Growing, selecting, and cooking of rice grains are subject to regional, national, and even local preferences, which in turn affect the micronutrient retention and the final quantity of vitamins and minerals that will be consumed. Rice is fortified through different methods to replenish the lost nutrients in the milling process. The three different methods through which rice is fortified are dusting, coating, and extrusion technology. Rice fortification by dusting. In the method fortification by dusting, micronutrients premix, that is, vitamins or minerals in the form of fine particles, are blended with polished bulk rice. The fortificants stick to the grain surface because of electrostatic forces. Rice fortification by coating. In the coating method, the micronutrients, which are vitamins or mineral mix, are combined with ingredients such as waxes and gums. It is then sprayed on the surface of rice grains in several layers to form the rice premix. This is then blended with polished rice at about a ratio of 1:100. Limitations of rice fortification by dusting or coating. In dusting, fortificants get segregated and rinsed away during washing of rice. In developing countries, intensive rice washing is practiced, which results in heavy loss of fortificants. However, coating method can hold fortificants little better, but still, losses 20% to 60% occurs in coating technology. Extrusion technology. Extrusion technology is the most advanced technique of rice fortification. In the extrusion technology, micronutrients, that are, vitamins and minerals, are combined with rice flour and water. And then, dough is extruded in the form of rice-shaped fortified rice kernel, commonly called as FRK, which is blended with bulk rice. The extrusion technology for FRK production can be either cold extrusion or hot extrusion or warm extrusion. Steps of rice fortification. Fortification of rice is carried out in two steps. The first step is production of fortified rice kernel, that is FRK. Major ingredients for FRK production are rice flour, food-grade vitamin and mineral premix, potable water of grade IS 10500, 2012, and FSSAI-approved acid regulators and emulsifiers like pentasodium triphosphate INS451 and citric acid INS330. The dough, prepared from these ingredients, is extruded in the form of rice-shaped fortified rice kernel. The next step of rice fortification is blending of FRK produced in step 1 with normal rice in a predefined ratio. The ratio of blending depends upon fortification level of various vitamins and minerals in FRK, so that the rice after blending with FRK shall contain added vitamins and minerals as per limits defined by FSSAI.
राइस फोर्टिफिकेशन प्रक्रिया में सबसे पहले चावल को आटे में परिवर्तित किया जाता है और इसमें विटामिन और पोषण तत्वों से युक्त आयरन, फोलिक एसिड, विटामिन B12 प्री मिक्स मिलाया जाता है। इस मिश्रण से एक्सट्रूशन प्रक्रिया द्वारा चावल के दाने फोर्टिफाइड राइस कर्नल्स FRK में तैयार किए जाते हैं। फिर इन्हें सामान्य चावल के साथ 1:100 के अनुपात में मिश्रित किया जाता है तो फोर्टिफाइड राइस प्राप्त होता है। फोर्टिफाइड चावल रंग, स्वाद और बनावट में लगभग सामान्य चावल के समान होता है।
Kernel microstructure of normal rice versus recomposed rice. The structure of FRK is significantly different from natural rice kernels. In natural rice kernels, non-gluten protein plays a role as a structuring agent. Starch is arranged into endosperm cells within which starch granules form the disperse phase and protein forms the continuous phase. However, in FRK produced with extrusion technology, rice protein does not form structural networks. The rice protein appears as protein assemblies distributed throughout the kernel. In FRK, starch takes over the role of structuring agent. Differences between FRK produced by cold, hot, and warm extrusion technology. Though the FRK produced by extrusion technology looks similar to natural rice in size and shape, the sheen and transparency of FRK varies between cold extrusion technology, hot extrusion technology, and warm extrusion technology. Cold extrusion technology. Cold extrusion process is similar to one used for manufacturing pastas and can be called as a simple pasta press. It produces rice-shaped simulated kernels by passing the dough made of rice flour, fortificants mix, and water. It does not utilize any additional thermal energy input other than the heat generated during the process itself and is primarily a low-temperature process. The temperature remains below 70 degrees Celsius, which is below starch melting point. It looks alike rice kernels that are uncooked, opaque, and easier to differentiate from regular rice kernels. Hot extrusion technology. In hot extrusion technology, dough made of rice flour, fortificants mix, and water passes through a single or twin screw extruder and cuts it into grain-like structures that resemble rice kernels. This process involves relatively high temperatures, that is 70 to 110 degrees Celsius, which is above starch melting point. Amylopectin is largely melted during hot extrusion. The temperature is obtained by preconditioning and or heat transfer through steam-heated barrel jackets. This melting phenomenon marks the degree of gelatinization. It results in fully or partially precooked, simulated rice kernels that have similar appearance as regular rice kernels in terms of sheen and transparency. Warm extrusion technology. There is an intermediate process between cold extrusion technology and hot extrusion technology called as warm extrusion technology that occurs at temperatures which cause partial melting of starch, amylopectin. The rice kernels produced by warm extrusion technology looks intermediate between rice kernel produced by cold and hot extrusion technology. Fortification level in FRK. Fortified rice kernel, that is, FRK, shall conform to the added iron, folic acid, and vitamin B12 as per limits defined by FSSAI. In FRK, iron, either in the form of micronized ferric pyrophosphate, shall be 280 to 425 mg per 100 grams of FRK, or in the form of sodium iron ethylene diamine tetraacetate trihydrate, shall be 140 to 212.5 mg per 100 grams of FRK. Further, folic acid shall be 750 to 1250 microgram per 100 grams of FRK. And vitamin B12, that is cyanocobalamin or hydroxocobalamin, shall be 7.5 to 12.5 microgram per 100 grams of FRK. Fortification level in fortified rice. Rice, after blending with FRK, shall contain added iron, folic acid, and vitamin B12. After blending of FRK with normal rice in the ratio 1:100, iron, either in the form of ferric pyrophosphate, shall be 28 to 42.5 mg per kg of fortified rice, or in the form of sodium iron ethylene diamine tetraacetate trihydrate, shall be 14 to 21.25 mg per kg of fortified rice. Further, folic acid shall be 75 to 125 microgram per kg of fortified rice. And vitamin B12, that is, cyanocobalamin, shall be 0.75 to 1.25 microgram per kg of fortified rice. Additional fortification in FRK. Fortified rice kernel may also be fortified with the additional micronutrients, singly or in combination. It may be fortified with zinc, vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, and vitamin B6. For the blending of FRK with rice in the ratio 1:100, zinc shall be 100 to 150 mg per 100 grams of FRK. Vitamin A shall be 5000 to 7500 microgram retinol equivalents per 100 grams of FRK. Vitamin B1 or thiamine shall be 10 to 15 milligrams per 100 grams of FRK. Vitamin B2 or riboflavin shall be 12.5 to 17.5 milligrams per 100 grams of FRK. Vitamin B3 or niacin shall be 125 to 200 milligrams per 100 grams of FRK. And vitamin B6 or pyridoxine shall be 15 to 25 milligrams per 100 grams of FRK. Additional fortification in fortified rice. Rice may be blended with FRK, having additional fortificants. After blending of FRK with normal rice in the ratio 1:100, zinc shall be 10 to 15 milligrams per kg of fortified rice. Vitamin A shall be 500 to 750 microgram retinol equivalents per kg of fortified rice. Vitamin B1 or thiamine shall be 1.0 to 1.5 milligram per kg of fortified rice. Vitamin B2 or riboflavin shall be 1.25 to 1.75 milligram per kg of fortified rice. Vitamin B3 or niacin shall be 12.5 to 20.0 milligrams per kg of fortified rice. And vitamin B6 or pyridoxine shall be 1.5 to 2.5 milligrams per kg of fortified rice. In the next lecture, we will cover aspects of quality check and quality assurance in the production and distribution of FRK and fortified rice. We will also learn about the achievement of the government in implementation of schemes on distribution of fortified rice through public distribution system. Thank you.